Calling all swim lovers, it's time to dive into the summer with a cross-training routine that's going to enhance your swimming ability in any water. Cross-training, especially using your total gym, will help increase your speed, your power, your stamina, your strength, so that you can really propel through the waters. So let's go ahead and learn the best exercises that you can do in circuit format using your total gym. Before you get started, make sure that your total gym is set up appropriately. You'll have a medium to a high level on your incline, and you can adjust that based on the exercise as well as your strength level. You'll have your cables connected as well as your squat stand. Now, every exercise you will perform anywhere between 10 to 20 reps, and you can do this as a one and done set, or you can repeat for 2 or 3 rounds. Now, let's get right into the exercises. You always want to start with a dynamic warm-up so that your muscles are ready and prepared for the workout ahead. And we'll do a plank variation. These can either be performed on your total gym or you can do them on the floor as well. And on the floor is a little bit more advanced since you don't have the incline to assist you. So I'm going to show you them on your total gym so that you have the choice to go from there. So from a quadruped position, hands at the top of your glide board, toes at the bottom, extend your legs out into a full plank. Now notice you are on that incline, so it allows your body to achieve this position a little bit easier. So you can hold each position for 30 to 60 seconds. If you don't feel comfortable on top of your glide board, you can always take your feet to the ground. You can walk it back, just making sure that you are accommodating your height, dropping it down to your forearms. You can rotate to one side for a side plank, and of course to the other side. And then you can always end up back into the center, and hopefully you'll be warmed up and ready for the circuit. The first exercise are squat pull hops. So come down to a supine position, cables in hand. You'll extend your arms out towards the vertical column and your feet start on your squat stand. You'll pull the arms down towards the shoulder, and at the same time you're hopping through the legs. So there's a small moment where your legs are extended and in suspension. So you're holding that position, and if you want to add a little bit more, add a little crunch on the hop. So every time those arms pull down, you're adding a little bit of a core activation. To challenge this, you can always add single leg hops. And of course, do what feels best to you, but you're going to aim for 10 to 20 reps on each exercise. The next exercise are row fly plus a static isolation. Now you can adjust your incline if you need to accommodate your strength. Take both cables into your hand, anchor down at the very top, kneel behind your hands or sit, depending on how you feel, and you'll start to row the arms. Get used to that position, and then start to open up the thumbs, externally rotating the arms so you go into a low fly. Now from here you can take it into alternating arms. So it's a one row followed by a fly. So you want to really activate the upper, middle, and lower back, keeping that spine long, core engaged at all times. To add to this, we can take it into a high kneeling position, doing the same exercise. So with core control, keeping your glutes activated, your core engaged at all times, we're performing the same exercise just a little bit higher into our knees. You can even add a little bit of an isometric static isolation. So without moving the glide board, I'm alternating the rows, twisting through my torso, keeping my chest lifted. This can also be performed in a low kneeling position. And of course, it all can be performed from seated as well. From here, anchor down and then slide your body down to a prone position. So your chest is at the top, legs are slightly open, straddling your squat stand below you. Extend out through the arms, and as you sweep them down by your hips, extend out through the chest, and then slowly release back in. Again, you'll sweep, lengthening through the backs of the arms, lifting out through the chest, and feeling that whole posterior chain of your muscles. To advance this, keep the arms going and start to add a kicking motion. So it simulates swimming in the water. Also works with your coordination, and you can feel so many muscles engaged all at once. You'll flip around to a seated position, facing away from your vertical column with your cables underneath of your arms. Legs can either be straddled to give you a little bit of assistance if you're on a high level. They could be bent, or they can be extended out. It's up to you. So you'll go into a high chest fly followed by a low chest fly. So you'll alternate these, keeping your chest lifted, your spine is long at all times. And the last exercise in the circuit is a circle crunch. So come down to a supine position, knees are bent, feet are on your glide board to start. Arms will extend out from the chest and then start to sweep and circle around. As they circle, start to add a crunch as the arms come down towards your hips. You'll start to feel this not only in your shoulders, but your chest, your triceps, your biceps, your core. And to make that core activated even more, lift up through the legs into that 90-degree position, keeping your lower back on the glide board at all times. If you want to extend the legs, this makes it even harder. Those are some powerful exercises that you can include into a circuit, or you can perform them within your own routine. Be sure to check out the blog to get the full program details. And remember, if you are a swim lover, it is so important to incorporate cross-training exercises so that you can propel faster, stronger, and with more stamina in the water.